Deimos is one of the most efficient places to farm platinum in the entire game. Warframe is not short on any platinum farms. There are so many methods. Ribbon mods, selling them. You could also farm up prime weapons and blueprints, selling sets of that nature. Galvanized mods, steel path, things like that. So, like I said, there's tons of platinum farms, but I found this one that I think is probably one of the most enjoyable platinum farms in the entire game. And essentially what we're going to be doing is running one of the two, either the level 2 isolated vaults or the level 3s. And these are just chocked full of extremely rare rewards. Most of them, if not all, can be sold for a good chunk of platinum. I'll get into the prices here in just a few minutes, but do know that the Sporothrix set and the Aram Spinoza sets are probably some of the most valuable weapon sets that you can sell on the market today, at least to my knowledge, as well as the Infection Arcane is just a tremendous arcane, and it sells for a huge amount of platinum. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am Vault Zero, and today we're going to be looking at the platinum farm from Deimos. If you guys are newer and you have not completed the Heart of Deimos quest line, you will need to fly to Deimos and do that. It'll be the first quest that you're introduced to on Deimos. But once you do that, you should be good to go, and the isolation vaults will be unlocked. If you're a lower level and you can't run the isolation vaults to the degree of running level 2 and 3, there's also an endless bounty where you can get your hands on Carnage Stinger, for example, and other rare mods that once you level them up completely, sell from anywhere to 25 to about 40 platinum each. So they're pretty good to get your hands on, and it's a good, at least way to dip your toes into the content of making platinum here on Deimos. That out of the way, obviously you guys aren't here to make 20, 40 platinum, and you want to know how to make the big bucks. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to boot up, like I said, the isolation vaults, either level 2 or 3. I highly recommend level 3 if you can. This is a really good and really fun mission if you really enjoy running the Necromech. I know that you can run it pretty much in any open location, as well as on Lua and in Railjack, but I feel like out of those areas, this is probably the best platinum farm to run, while simultaneously getting to enjoy your Necromech. And depending on your team, how good they are, how competent they are on the missions, one vault should take you anywhere from 10 to maybe 15 stretching it though. So let's get into some of the rewards that you can get by running these missions. First and foremost, level 3, you're going to be fighting 3 Necromechs per mission. Each one of those has a chance to drop you a broken Necromech part, which you can then use to build pieces of the Necromech sets or the new weapon sets if you get a broken weapon pod. They're also going to give you a Necromech mod, and these, depending on the rarity, can be really good. They can sell from anywhere to 10 to 40, depending on the rarity, as well as how maxed out they are in terms of level. You're also going to have a chance to get the blueprint and pieces of both the Sporothrix set if you run level 3, as well as the the Aram Spinoza set on level 2. And both of these are not only really fantastic weapons, but since they're so good, their weapon sets sell for quite a bit. The Aram Spinoza set sells for anywhere from 100 to 150. I think realistically more closer to 150, because I know a couple pieces of the weapon set, such as the rivets, sell for about 50 platinum each. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. The Sporothrix, same deal. It's going to run you even higher. It's going to run, guarantee you at least 140 platinum if you can get the whole set. Each piece of it's going to give you anywhere from 30 to 50 platinum. So even if you're not getting the full set, if RNG's not with you, every piece you get, that's at least 30 platinum you're getting every run, if you're really lucky. The other thing that the Necromechs are going to drop after being destroyed is an Animus Matrix. These are used to turn into Lloyd to increase your standing with the Necromechs, as well as being able to purchase Necromech mods and Iatan sculptures and the new Necromech weapon sets. Now, these Necromech weapon sets, they also sell for about 120 to 150 platinum. Both of them, they're components themselves. It's important to note, unlike other sets in the game, you can't sell the blueprints of these weapon sets. You can sell the fully built components, the barrel stock and things of that nature, and they sell for a pretty penny. They sell for about 50 each. So that's another good way, especially if you already have the weapons on the necromechs that you would like to have. Farm those pieces up is another really good way to make some platinum, especially when you're considering that you're probably going to get 4 or 5 animus matrices per run. Normally, after about 2 runs of the vault, I pretty much max out my reputation for the necromechs every single day. It takes me maybe 20 minutes to max out my reputation. So you're going to be able to buy plenty of blueprints to turn around and sell once you complete the blueprint requirements. Additionally, since you're earning reputation with the Necroloids and with Lloyd, you can also put that reputation towards the Iatan sculpture, the Keith, the biggest one. And that was a pretty good one. It's going to get net you anywhere from 15 to 20 platinum. Not ideal for platinum farming, but it is a good way to get Endo, or if you just want a little platinum here and there on top of your farm. Moving on from there, we are going to move on to Arcanes. The Vaults of Isolation offer 2 different sets of Arcanes, the Residuals and the Theorems. The Residuals are very okay. They can sell from at max rank from anywhere from 20 probably to 40 platinum, maybe 50 if you find someone to buy. The Theorems are really the better end of the deal. The Theorems will normally average about 50 per rank, once they're at max rank, with the exception of Infection. Theorem Infection is the very best mod to come out of this expansion, and it is a beast. Not only does it have really good abilities, but at max rank of 5, you can sell it from anywhere from 300 to 600 platinum. So I feel like we should run through a couple scenarios. You don't have to be incredibly lucky. Let's say you get a couple necromech mods, as well as potentially you get a weapon blueprint, the Spinoza or the Sporthrix blueprint, or any variation of the weapon components. Then you're looking at, you take your necromech mod, you take your weapon component, you're looking at a bare minimum of at least 60 platinum. And if you level up that mod up, you're going total. And you level that mod up, you're going to be having most likely around 80 to 100 platinum per run. And that's not incredibly uncommon. It's really not. So as I was saying, then you include, you may even get an arcane. Now, I will state this for the record. Arcanes on their own, unranked, are not worth very much at all. Maybe 5 to 10 platinum. I just want to make that clear. But when you consider that you have potential to pretty regularly make at least 70 or 80 platinum per run, and only a 10-minute run, you can see how it can get pretty nutty pretty quickly. Not to mention that I think the vaults are just incredibly fun to play. There's so many different secrets that you can find. There's I think 10 different tile sets for the vaults. There's a lot of resources you can collect. There's really nothing to me more satisfying than just mowing down the hordes of infested, and it's even more satisfying, I feel, to be in your necromech and get to do that. So it's just really fun. It's really satisfying. It's a really good farm for people who enjoy that kind of gameplay. And I know there are people out here who really enjoy the lightning fast prime, opening up relics and farming prime parts. I don't really enjoy that. I do it, but I think it's more of a chore. There's Riven mods, but to get those, that's more of just kind of gambling. Well, not that there's anything wrong with that, but you may go through 40,000 Kuva and still not really get a very valuable role for whatever you have. So I feel like there's better uses of your time, and I think this is a really enjoyable way to do it. Here, I'll show you guys some of the weapon sets that I was telling you about, as well as the Iatan treasure you can get by turning in the matrices for reputation. I hope you guys found this video useful. I hope you enjoyed and were entertained. If you guys have already dove into the isolation vaults, let me know in your comments what the luckiest you've ever gotten on your runs are, what you've gotten. Let me know if you have the level 5 Theorem Infection mod, or Arcane, I'm sorry. But that is going to do it from me, guys. I really appreciate y'all watching, and I will catch y'all in the stars.
I am sorry we were not...